Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. This short 30-minute practice is for finding rest, but also hope it leaves you empowered, and we'll do that by using affirmations. So let's get started. I always get stage fright with going live. So first let's start in a mountain pose, so feet can be together here or hip width apart. And again, we're in no rush here. We're being gentle and kind to ourselves. Keep a slight bend in the knees here. Eyes can be open or closed. Now imagine that the feet are the base of your mountain, so that they're grounding down into the earth. And then the crown of the head is the peak of the mountain. So slight bend in the knees, you can tuck the shoulders back a little, and then the crown of the head is facing up to the sky. We can bring our hands together here in Abaha Mudra, bringing left and right together, yin and yang, to find balance. And let's start with the breath here. Now don't challenge it, just notice it, where you're breathing from. Is it from the chest? Or do you feel the belly expand here? And then I want you to take your concentration down to the feet here. And you may want to rock back and forth from the heels to the toes, just to get your balance point. And once you have that, as you breathe in, imagine the breath is coming from your toes, so you're lengthening that breath, and then as you exhale, you're taking the breath back down to the base of the mountain. And if that's too much for you, just take slightly deeper breaths than what you would usually, and in the exhale just get a little heavier on your feet. Now finding stillness can be challenging, but just stay with it. Just be kind to yourself, don't challenge that feeling. And now let's invite some movement in here. So we're just going to step the right foot out, and we're going to take up some space. Now this is if you feel small. We're going to come into a star shape, so again keep a slight bend in the knees here. We're going to open the arms out here. Feet can be facing outwards, the toes can be facing outwards here as well. And again, reach for the sky here, reach for the stars, as they say. You can look up here, and you can invite the affirmation, I am seen, I am heard. And then let's come back to centre, bringing hands together, feet to the base of our mountain. As we just take that breath in again through the nose, and then follow that breath down to the feet. As we do that again, so we'll just step out, we'll open up the full of the front body. Now if we're feeling sort of small, especially during the winter, which we've been in the house, we can curl up, so it's good to expand here. I am seen and I am heard. And bring our hands back to our heart here, back to Abaha Mudra, and back to the base of our mountain. Now we'll turn here, so you can see me better. And we're going to step back the right foot. This is us coming into our warrior one. Again, another good strong pose. for finding strength and empowerment. So knee is over the ankle here, you can lift the toes and just ground down, and again we're still using that base of the mountain, so you're still grounding down into the earth here. Both hips are facing forward, and we're going to rise up. So take the hands up, tuck the shoulders down, we're still reaching up here to the sky, using our breath as we breathe in. As we breathe out, we can open up the front of the chest here. As we rise up and back. Still grounding down. And then opening the shoulders. As we bring our hands back to our heart, back to Anjali Mudra, and we bring the foot back to the base of the mountain here. And just pause here, you might already feel a difference between the right and the left. We'll step back with the left foot now. We'll just do the same on this side. Now imagine you're in train tracks here. Again, check in the knees over the ankle here. You can lift the toes and then ground them back down. You can lift the hands up here. And then open up the chest. You could repeat here as you rise up, I rise with courage. And be open to that. As we come back to centre, we bring our hands to our heart. And then we're going to step again, just open up, come back into our star shape, come back into being seen and heard. Again for a breath as we breathe in and out. And then come back to centre, just find that balance again, back to our mountain pose. And just notice how you feel. You may already be feeling that warmth, that power. I'm going to come round to the side again, and we're going to come into our warrior two. So we'll step back with the right foot. Now I'm going to turn the right foot out. Left foot is facing forward. I'm going to open the arms up here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Then we're going to come into a flow. So again, we're grounding down. We've got the base of our mountain here. Shoulders are down away from the ears. We're going to rise up. We're going to take that right hand over. Create a nice stretch in the side of the body. And then taking the left hand over. And just move here slowly. Try not to collapse down in. To the leg here. Moving with your breath. And then let's stand in our warrior two, taking that deeper breath than what we would usually. Sighing that breath out. And you could repeat here, my vision is clear. As we bring that right foot up to meet the left here, back into our mountain pose, back into bringing our hands to Anjali Mudra. And we'll repeat that on the opposite side. So we'll take the left foot back now. Turn that left foot out. getting our stance here, getting that grounding down. Both hands come out either side here. As we take a breath in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. And then let's come into our movements. We're rising, taking that arm up and over, and then swaying with the opposite arm. And again, here you can move as fast or as slow. Again, we're in no rush. You take your stance here, in your warrior two, taking that breath in through the nose, sigh out through the mouth, and you can repeat here, I am thriving. As we bring that left foot back to meet the right back into our mountain pose, back into Abaha Mudra, and just check in how you feel here. Do you feel that heat in the legs? Do you feel that power, that energy starting to circulate? And now, you know, this practice, it helps move some stagnant energy that may have been sitting there. As we take our breath in through the nose, sigh out through the mouth. Now we're going to come down onto the floor. However you want to do that, no right or wrong here. We're going to come on to all fours. For some cat and cow. So again, it's a grounding down, so you're pressing into the palms of the hands here. Knees are underneath the hips. Now, if the neck allows it, we can look up in an in-breath as we dip the belly here. And we create that Halloween cat as we breathe out. And again, eyes can be open or closed here. And don't strain the neck, just allow the neck to rise up. And then let's come back to centre. Now we'll take that right leg out and we can just rock back and forth here. Still grounding down, still putting the weight down. Now if the wrists are sore here, then you can come down onto the forearms. As we take that right foot over the left, and then we look over the left shoulder here, so a lovely side body stretch here. As we come back to centre, and we repeat that on the left, so left leg goes out as we rock back and forth. As we take that left foot over the right, look over the left shoulder. As we bring that foot back Come back onto all fours as we come back in to a seated position. As we bring the knees out in front, feet are on the floor here. Lengthen the spine here as we let the knees drop to the right and then the left. So this is window upper legs. Now you might find that you start to move. That's all right. Shuffle back. Then as you come to a comfortable seated position, now you may want to sit on a pillow here just to support the hips, pillows under the knees. And again, let's just drop the head forward here, just get a length down the neck here. And then take that right ear over to the right shoulder. As we drop the head again. And then take the left ear over to the left shoulder. And again, your eyes can be open or closed. And let the head drop again. As we come back to centre, we can move the shoulders up and back. And then bring them forward here. And again, we'll just check in with the wrists here. So you can bring the thumbs down and then wrap the fingers round the thumb. Create some circles here. You can lift up and then down. It creates a nice stretch. Just be gentle here. There should not be any pain. As we bring the hands back to the knees. Now we'll bring the hands up in an in-breath. And then we're going to bring the right hand over to the left knee. The left hand comes behind. Now as we come into a twist, so we're lengthening, the twist comes from here, not the neck. So the neck's the last thing to go round. And as we just breathe here, allowing the sit bones still to be heavy. Finding our stillness. As we bring the hands back up overhead, and then we take the left hand over to the right knee, lengthen and twist. You could repeat here, I am on the right path. Then we'll come back to centre. Now, we can also use a mudra here to support us. We can bring the right hand to, well, I rest it here. You can bring the right hand up, so the shoulders at shoulder height. And then the left hand can be sat here, so that's the offering. And the right hand is your shield. Now this can be used if you're feeling fearful or there's new challenges coming your way. Life is a way of doing that. And take our, can dampen our sails sometimes. So again, just find your stillness, ground down through the sit bones. Now you don't need to be sat on the floor here, you can be sat on a chair. Get comfortable with this mudra. As I say, the right hand is the shield and the left hand is an offering. Now, I like to think, what am I offering myself here? Is it courage? Is it clarity? Is it love? Kindness? And again, just breathe here. And you could repeat that fear may visit, but it will not lead. And you can imagine the breath moving from the palms of the hands. So you can imagine the breath moving from the right palm to the left, creating that inner strength. And then we can just bring the hands back to your heart, back to Anjali Mudra here. Just noticing anything that you may be feeling, any sensations, thoughts, and don't challenge them. Just sit with them, please don't suppress them. And now I am going to move over to the sound bowl. So I ask that you get comfortable, whether that's to stay seated where you are, or to come down to lie on the floor here, as we just check in with ourselves. And again, eyes can be open or closed here, allowing the body to get heavy wherever you are, allowing the sit bones to get heavy. Letting the shoulders drop away from the ears. And as we allow the body to soften, to rest, but know that the body is supported where it is. And as we take our attention to our feet grounded on the earth. And as we take our attention to the knees, are the knees relaxed? Are they heavy where they are? Can you feel the back of the chair or the floor where you lie? And are the sit bones heavy? where they are. Can you feel the back being supported, whether that be from the floor, the earth, the back of the chair? And your shoulders down, away from the ears. Is the tongue relaxed in the mouth? Is the jaw relaxed? As you move your focus to the forehead, are you holding any tensions here? Can you soften the eyebrows? And can you allow the full body to be heavy but supported where you are? Nothing to do, nowhere to go. You're allowing yourself to rest. And if the mind's already beginning to wander, which it will, and that's okay, you could invite in the affirmation that I inhale peace, I exhale and release. And as we begin to bring ourselves back to the room, as you wiggle your fingers and toes, as you blink the eyes open, and as you come back to a comfortable seated position, as you take that breath again in through the nose and out through the mouth, as we bring our hands to heart, you could repeat here, I am empowered. Namaste.